My speech today is I'm going to teach you guys how to make Play-Doh for when you're babysitting. This is what I'm gonna make, and then you guys can do it, or you can do it with the kids that you are babysitting, because it is easy to do and you don't have to cook it, so no stove is necessary, and it's non-toxic. It's salt though, so I wouldn't let them eat it because it's really salty, but it's good for them to play with. What we need is flour, salt, food coloring, oil, water, plastic gloves, and Ziploc bags to store the Play-Doh in when you're done.
Is it white if you don't use food coloring?
Yeah, it's a white Play-Doh. I use the food coloring just to make it colors. And you don't have to use gloves, but I use them because I don't want my hands stained up. So if you don't mind food coloring on your hands, you don't have to use them, but I use them because I don't want green hands.
If we do, how long will it stay on our hands?
Food coloring, a couple days maybe. You can even use Kool-Aid to color it. Just put it in with the flour.
Would
But
it make
Kool-Aid
it taste better?
stains too,
Would it make
you
it
know.
taste better?
It's still salt.
It's really not tasty.
I know that. I know. I know.
For this recipe, 3 cups of flour. Actually, you have it in there. And 1 cup of water. It's always good to leave the flour out just in case it's a little too wet. You can always add a little extra. It just depends on how your dough turns out. And you need 1.5 cups of salt.
That's a lot of salt.
It is a lot of salt.
Oh my god. Hey, I'm gonna do one you guys like this.
I would do it.
She made me do that last night.
I'm gonna pick your challenge.
Now, what I'm going to make red dough today because yesterday I did the green. So I'm going to do red today. And you need to use a little bit, like quite a bit, to get a deeper color. If you want.
These are pretty crimson color.
Weird. Just pour in the water and 1/4 cup of oil. The oil helps keep the dough moist since we're not cooking it on the stove.
If it's in a Play-Doh, will it like stick in your hands?
No, it's not sticky. In fact, if you want, you can pull that out of that bag and feel it. And that's what you're going to end up with. But this one will be green. That's green, this one will be red. Or maybe a dark pink, looks like. And if you want to let the kids help you make it, you can do that because they like to get their hands in. Yep, this is more pink than red.
I love it. I like it.
If you don't mind the mess, kids would like to play, you know, it's easy for them to do and it's not going to hurt them. And you don't have to cook it, so you don't really have to watch. But flour's messy, so it's really up to you whether you want to do that or not. And you just basically just keep working it until it's all mixed in. And if it looks like it's a little dry, just add a little more oil. And this one, I think I might add a little bit more oil to it. Pinterest.
Pinterest?
Yeah. If you add more oil, do a tablespoon at a time. You're not really supposed to eat it.
Hey, it made me look it last night. I just like, this is edible. Why don't you like? I'm like, okay.
Yeah. So, once you get it all mixed in really well, pull it out. Do it on the table. That's fine too.
Is it crumbly?
And just knead it. If it's too crumbly, just add more oil. But since I just added that oil, I want to work it in really good.
Is there, like, besides a certain recommendation of oil, do we need to add, like, if it's more friendly, does it matter how much oil we add in?
Just a tablespoon at a time. That way you're not putting in too much. And then if you put a little too much in, just add a little bit more flour. And there we go. This is more pink than red, but
It looks orange.
that is the Play-Doh.
Color.
And basically, what you do, once you get it to this point, is let them play. And then when you want to store it, just put it in these, and it'll last up to 6 months. If you guys want to
That's a long time.
play with it, go for it. You can mix the colors, obviously, if you want a different color of Play-Doh than the 4 that we have. And you can even add glitter. Again, your preference on the mess.
Glitter.
The person says, do you have glitter?
Yeah.
If you want to use glitter, you can put glitter in it. Just add that in with the dry ingredients before you put the water in.
And then you really can't eat it.
That's gross.
Usually this recipe makes 2 bags of Play-Doh.
Is there a possible way to make rainbow?
Try it.
I mean,
Why do you make it
separate?
You can make rainbow if you do
Separate it.
separate, yeah, just do it separate colors.
And then they gotta go.
And when you're done, store it in bags. You can either take it home with you or leave it for the kids to play with their parents. And that is how you make Play-Doh. Thank you for watching.